Yep. Flag comes down.
What he's saying is it hit the ground. You can't catch it on a fly.
Once you call for the fair catch, then you can't pick it up and run with it. You can't. Somebody else might, but you can't.
But I think once the ball hits the ground, I think that's what Calvin Williams is saying is once, if you fair catch it, you can't catch the ball and run with it. Calvin Williams is arguing that the ball hit the ground.
I don't think that makes any difference. If you call fair catch and you handle it, you can't advance it.
Yeah, I think when you call fair catch and when the ball hits the ground, then they have to blow the whistle.
We have an invalid fair catch signal on the receiving team, number 89. 5-yard penalty, and that'll be a first down.
Invalid signal. Now he's saying get away from it. Now he handles it. Now he can't do that. Shame on him. San Francisco leading Philadelphia in the NFC Wildcard matchup. The last one of this first weekend. 1st and 10 Philadelphia at their own 36. 49ers leading 7-0. Detmer here to Waters. And nothing doing. Marquez Hope dragged him down. Steve Young, we mentioned earlier, had a problem with his ribs when he scored that touchdown, and it's a lasting problem.
Yeah, and you can just see when he throws the ball here that the motion of throwing the ball is painful to him. Watch as he throws the ball and kind of bends over, and that ball bounced into Jerry Rice. Here's the pass again, and just watch. It's just low, and it just bounces in front of Jerry Rice. So that rib is affecting his throwing motion, and he doesn't have full range of motion, and when he does, it's hurting him.
Detmer gets the screen pass out to Waters. Waters near an Eagle first down, chased down by Bryant Young. Steve Young over on the sideline trying to loosen up.
I don't know that you can't loosen an injured rib up. I mean, that's the thing. The doctor was going to check him, and the doctor's hat blew off, so he had to go chase that. He'll get back to Steve Young, I'm sure.
Can't check anybody with a bare head.
But the Eagles are moving the ball well. I mean, they moved down there once. They missed a field goal, moved down there again. They, threw an interception. I mean, they're doing things to this 49er defense.
Everything but scoring. Here's Ricky Waters again. To about the 47 of San Francisco. Here's our Aflac trivia question. Who are the only wild card teams to appear in the Super Bowl? This, of course, a wild card matchup between San Francisco and Philadelphia. Who are the only wild card teams to appear? There goes Steve Young headed for the locker room.
And I bet you if they're going to go in and take a look and maybe x-ray that rib, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him some kind of medication.
Philadelphia just called a timeout. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left. They'll get another one at the 2-minute warning, but the Eagles choose to use a timeout. Elvis Gerbach warming up. Steve Young just headed for the locker room. About half the lights are out here at 3Com Park. Had a power failure about 20 minutes before we came on the air. They haven't got all the lights back yet. Here's Ricky Waters.
It's an interesting thing, Pat. They get the 2-minute warning timeout now, but when the 49ers were in that position on the field, they took a timeout, and then the Eagles took a timeout. I have no idea why.
The only thing I can think of is it has to do with the wind blowing in that direction. So maybe if they're going to try a field goal, they need help. 49ers 7, Philadelphia nothing. The Eagles at the 49er 40 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Eagles haven't played that badly. Charlie Garner was split out wide to the left. That's Waters. Waters taken out by Merton Hanks.
know, it's an interesting thing with the, you know, we talked about what the Eagles are trying to do here. They're trying to, you know, spread out this 49ers. See, by going 1, 2, 3, 4, they spread it out. Then they count the guys that are in here. See, now what the 49ers are doing, they're sneaking these 2 guys in after they show them only 5 guys in that box. So that's the cat and mouse game being played.
Detmer back to throw it. Pass caught by Calvin Williams. And that'll move the sticks.
Again, the Eagles have moved the ball this whole first half. I mean, they've moved to running, they've moved to passing, they have a good game plan, and then they get down close and they've just self-destructed.
Yeah, look at this.
Well, they have the time of possession, they have the number of plays. Look at this, 18 minutes, 32 plays. They've won on all those things except the not getting the opportunities when they got inside.
49ers took advantage of their opportunity, and they lead 7-0. Here's Detmer. Pass is caught inside the 10 by Jimmy Johnson. That's his 3rd catch. And now they say incomplete. Incomplete.
And Jimmy Johnson is at tight end. He's going to be right here. And you see Ty Detmer throws that ball, and it just goes over his shoulder, and then it looks like the ball hit the ground as Jimmy Johnson was going down. Watch it. He has it up here. Now he's going down. He gets hit. He has control. I think the ball hit the ground right there. Boy, that's a close one, though.
That is close. But they're bringing it back.
I don't know that they are. They're having a conference, too. They may bring it back, but they're also having a conference right down there where he caught it.
The Eagle offensive unit is walking back. The 49ers are celebrating.
I think one official.
1:15.
Reset the clock to 1:15.
Well, he's saying, first of all, he said that the pass is incomplete.
Yep.
I think they talked about, remember, the ground can't cause a fumble, but you don't have control of the ball until you catch it and both feet hit the ground. So you had to have both feet hit the ground. Now, if he caught it, both feet hit the ground, then a fumble, then it would be the Eagles' ball right there.
But
he was awfully close.
Didn't have control. He was juggling it on the way down. 2nd and 10. Here's Detmer. Swings it outside the Waters. Out of bounds at about the 9.
Boy, does Ty Detmer have great awareness in the pocket there.
He really does.
You see him? I mean, he is a tough guy because there's guys flying all around him. And watch him. I mean, he just stands there and stands there and stands there until he can find something. Then he moves and moves, and then he finds Ricky Waters out there and whap, just hits him with it.
One thing about Ty Detmer.
You see what Kevin Turner just did to Lee Woodall? That's an eye-opener.
Yeah.
That's one where you better have rear-view mirrors on your helmet.
If you have sinus problems, they're over. Here's Detmer. To Waters to about the 6. Now, one of the things about Ty Detmer, where he grew up in Texas, Mission, Texas, the wind shouldn't bother him that much because it's always windy.
It doesn't look like anything bothers Ty Detmer now.
Eagle timeout. They have 1 left. 2nd down for Philadelphia at the San Francisco 5-yard line. Maybe just outside the 5. They're trying to keep the ball dry. The umpire puts it down. Backs away. 51 seconds left. 1 timeout left. Ricky Waters stopped as he crossed the 5 by Ken Norton. And a timeout taken by Philadelphia. They're out of timeouts now. 7-0 San Francisco. Steve Young back from the locker room. Changed jerseys. That's pretty obvious. 3rd and 3. Detmer walks away. Timeout San Francisco.
San Francisco. 2nd team timeout.
And they have one left. Now, why would they take a timeout? Have the right defensive people in?
I don't think they had the right defensive people in, or maybe not enough of the right defensive people, because the Eagles came out in a different formation. Did you see them? They were in a full house offense. They had 3 guys in the backfield, and it looks like the 49ers weren't sure exactly what they were going to do on that. Watch this. You see when they come out here, you can see that they have, just let it go a little more. They have 1, 2, they have 3 guys there in the backfield. And the 49ers, you can see they're not sure where to line up. When they line up like this, a receiver in the backfield, and the 49er defense right here just wasn't ready to play defense.
That's Jimmy Johnson, tight end, lined up at fullback.
Yeah, had Ty Detmer just snapped that ball while they were wandering around like that, he could have run it in himself. Now he has to throw it here. This has to be a passing play.
Pryor goes left. Johnson came out of the backfield to the right. Here's Detmer. Pass is picked off out of the end zone. The pass intercepted.
And the Eagles continue. That whole first half has been that way. They got down there. They missed a field goal. The second time they got down here, they throw their second interception. The one thing you can't do is you can't force it when you get down here. I mean, a field goal isn't as good as a touchdown, but it's better than nothing. And they just gave it up. That was just a force. That was just a force in there. There were 3 red jerseys plus an official.
Roy Barker came up with the interception.
Yeah, he was dropping off, and he just started to rush the passer and then just stood there.
That's a bad place to force it. You pointed out there's just too many people in there.
Yeah, and you know, on third down, you know, and a lot of times you force it because it's third down and you want the touchdown. But what you did is by forcing it, you gave up 3 points.
And so that is the last play of the first half as the 2 teams head for the locker room with the 49ers leading 7-0. Steve Young came out. Don't forget to stay with us at the half. JB, Terry, Howie, and Ronnie. Highlights of the Indianapolis-Pittsburgh game. A live interview with the Packers coach Mike Holmgren. All that coming up on the Dockers Khakis halftime. That's the end of the first half with the score: San Francisco 7, Philadelphia nothing. James Brown, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, and Ronnie Lott will be along with the Dockers Khakis halftime report following these messages. Back at 3Com Park, the NFC Wildcard contest led by the 49ers 7-0. Not that the Eagles haven't had some opportunities. They've missed them all, including this field goal by Gary Anderson.
Yeah, remember, that's what started it. They had a good drive, their opening drive. They went down there and missed that field goal. And another time they got down there, remember Ty Detmer trying to throw the ball away, I think. Throws it to Marquez Pope. And then here, he just forced this one. I mean, his receiver got knocked down. The umpire got knocked down. He threw it to a defensive lineman. And in that situation, if it's third down and you're there and you don't have anything, you have to throw the ball away. Now, I know a lot of quarterbacks think it's third down. This is my only shot. I got to force something in there. But 3 is not as good as 7, but it's better than none.
And when you force something in there from that, in that area of the field, there are just too many people in there.
And I'm sure what Ray Rhodes is thinking about and talking about, and I learned years and years ago from George Blanda, the toughest points to make in any game are the first ones.
Just like a golf tournament.
Yep, you got to get something on the board.
This is Derek Lavelle. Playoff turnover ratio. The teams with 2+ ratio win 81% of their games, and today the 49ers are +2.
And I think they have to play a lot better, though. I mean, you know, the time of possession, the Eagles had the ball almost twice as much in that first half as the 49ers did. And Steve Young is hurt. I mean, Steve Young has bad ribs, and the last time we saw him throw the ball to Jerry Rice, he couldn't throw it. He was really hurt.
But he's back at quarterback.
Yeah, but he's hurting.
Hand off to Kirby. Kirby around the corner. Get out of bounds by Vincent. Here's what you were talking about statistically.
Yeah, I mean, they had 3 plays and had a punt, 3 plays and had a punt. Then they did have this one good drive, but that was the one where Steve Young scored the touchdown and also was injured on that play. Yeah.
Kirby got enough for a first down. And the 49ers are at their own 40.
And the Eagles are playing well on defense with this nickel defense, playing with 5 defensive backs the whole game.